Pagers were like texting, but for people with patience. Imagine waiting to know if your crush responded, while they paged you back with a number that might mean I love you or just call your mom. Welcome to the wild world of 90s communication. First off, what even was a pager? A pager, or beeper, because it beeped a lot, was this magical little rectangle you clipped onto your jeans to feel important. Doctors, CEOs, and teens pretending to be both had to have one. You couldn't send actual words back and forth. No. You sent a number. Yes, like a phone number, or if you were fancy, some kind of secret code. More on that later. But wait, how did this text sorcery work? Great question. Someone would call your pager number. That number would get sent into the ether and beep your little box. Suddenly, your pager lights up. 555-HELP or 143. It was like receiving a text, except you couldn't reply or read full sentences or emojis. Okay, it wasn't like texting at all. Here's the thing, though. Pagers were cool. Not because they were super functional, but because they were a status symbol. A pager clipped to your belt screamed, "I'm important!" even if your important messages were your friend saying, "What's up?" Now, let's talk about pager culture. Some people would make up secret numeric codes because, well, pagers could only send numbers. So 143 meant, "I love you," while 911 meant, "Call me, it's important." And then there were the real code ninjas who turned upside down numbers into words, like 07734 for hello. These code ninjas practically invented predictive texting, using only numbers. But pagers weren't perfect. What if you got a page and didn't have a phone nearby? You'd have to find one, like physically locate a payphone or borrow someone's landline. Imagine running through the mall yelling, "I need to call them back!" And yes, we're talking about payphones, those mythical beasts that ate quotas and smelled like old gum. And landline, you say? Well, that's a whole nother thing. Okay, so more on how these little gadgets actually worked. Pagers relied on radio waves to communicate. The pager companies had giant antennas blasting signals into the air like tech wizards. Your pager picked up the signal, displayed the number, and boom, message received. Well, unless you drove out of range, then there were no messages for you. Pagers evolved, though. Some got alphanumeric screens, letting you see actual letters and words. Totally awesome. Then came voicemail pagers, where you'd call in from a landline to hear your messages. This was like having voicemail in your pocket, but without the phone. A huge deal at the time, even if it sounds hilariously inconvenient now. By the late 90s, though, cell phones were everywhere. Pagers couldn't compete. Even the fanciest pager couldn't beat a Nokia brick that let you play Snake. And so, pagers faded into obscurity, but not from our fond memories. So, pagers paved the way for the texting culture we have today. Without them, would we even have acronyms like LOL or BRB? Probably not. Thanks, pagers, for the memories and for teaching us the art of waiting patiently for a beep. Totally.